Geeks.
Hello and welcome to Geeks, the world's #1 entertainment podcast, recorded in this very room. I'm your host, Al White. My current favourite fruit juice is cantaloupe. I prefer the Watchmen movie to the comic book, and in the 80s, a tree in Africa almost squished my mother and I. It's a true story.
Dude, you're a tree survivor.
I am a tree survivor. It was like, so we were sitting on this bench, and there was a creaking, and then my dad shouted our names, and we just got up, but we didn't know what was going on. We just got up lethargically, and then this tree just went, poof, and we turned around, and the whole bench was just smithereens.
Dude, that
close call.
That bench and tree had some real feud going on.
Did you say
they've been looking at each other?
I like your memory because you have a very distinct memory.
Well, it was near life, and not near life experience.
Wait, I'm assuming you're like a toddler.
You've been playing Dark Souls too much.
Yeah, I nearly lived for a second there through my death. Joining me today for a very special podcast, because every podcast is very special. To my left, Van Helsing, Adrian Ald.
Yup.
To my further left, Swordfish, Jesten Mariconda.
Hi.
And across the table, for the very first time, our special guest today, Happy Feet, Ellen Danger.
Hi.
How you doing, Ellen?
Good.
Thank you very much
Happy
for joining
feet.
us as our guest.
Cool.
I'm Swordfish.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, like the movie Swordfish?
What did you say? Who am I? Harlequin.
Van Helsing.
Van
Oh, Van Helsing.
So
Awesome.
in case people haven't picked up on it yet, I explain this sometimes, but you might not have been around for one of the explanations.
Sure.
Every week, it's gradually morphed, so you have 3 films before people's names, and those 3 films are tied in to something in the news at some point.
Oh.
Like they're always tied into a particular actor
Okay.
from the news. And I think it's a little game.
So it's not like
figure
reflective of my personality.
I try and do, I'm not going to lie, I try and make it work on 2 levels, Adrian.
So I'm
I
a
feel
hacker or I'm
Van Helsing, Sword Feet, Fish, and
Sword
Happy
Feet.
Feet. Sword Feet.
No, I'm Sword Feet. From the rest of the podcast, I'm Sword Feet.
That's a logical sequel to Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, Sword Feet.
So,
I'm a penguin.
Yeah.
what's wrong with that?
I love penguins.
And you can dance. A penguin who can dance.
She's a really good dancer. Like, she won 2 awards last year.
You won 2 awards for dancing?
No.
Oh, wait.
Too many lies already happening.
No,
We're
but
barely out the gate.
The title of that dance movie.
I'm not listening to you anymore.
No, that's the dance movie. Translation in France. The
Lift Off.
Sexy Dance.
Sexy Dance.
Oh, Sexy Dance.
Sexy Dance.
Which is what movie?
Step Up.
Step Up.
In France. Step Up in France is called Sexy Dance.
That's great.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, guys.
Yes.
How is everybody?
Oh, doing well. Since everyone's looking at me.
Ellen, you're the guest then.
Oh,
You're a friend of Jesten's, friend of ours now, I like to feel. What can you tell us a little bit about what you're into? What kind of stuff do you like to do? What music do you like? Do you play any video games? Do you read anything? Do you watch any movies? Is there anything you like in life?
Movies?
Oh, gosh. I listen to emo music.
Noted.
Yes.
And indie.
Noted.
Yeah. Definitely still into brand new. And they're going on tour.
Yes.
They're not so
Very
brand new
soon.
anymore, though.
No, they're not, are they?
They're not that brand new, but
They're pretty old.
But they're still brand new to my ears every time.
Yeah. I like.
Are they though?
What movies do you like? All right, cool. We'll battle on that question. How has your week been then? Have you been up to anything exciting?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been great.
boring?
Yeah, Star Wars Day, we went to Disneyland.
Yes, you did.
So
My birthday was Star Wars Day.
Your birthday was? I didn't realize it was Star Wars
Yeah.
Day on your birthday.
You just knew it was your birthday.
I mean, oh, hey, that's a movie I like.
That's good.
Star Wars.
Does that work out every year then? The same? Is it a date or is
May
that
the 4th.
Yeah.
It's always
May
May
the
the
4th.
4th.
And then
Oh,
the
of
next
course.
day you get
Of
really
course.
bad because it's
Revenge of the 5th.
Oh.
Yeah.
So how is that
Nerds.
sharing a birthday with Star Wars?
It's good every single year.
You like it then? You don't fight it?
Yes, it's
Okay.
amazing.
Okay.
It makes my birthday so much cooler.
How is Disneyland? Is it changing right now? Is it different other new things, or is it just in that? Is it in the transition period?
Space Mountain now plays Star Wars music.
Is there any
It's
Star
now
Wars?
Star Wars Mountain.
Are there visuals to go with that, or is it just the music pretty much? Or
No, it's got some visuals. It got some lights. It's like pew pew, like yeah. That's all I remember. The whole time I was just going, whoa, ha. So it happened really fast for me.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So you had a nice birthday. Did some Disneyland things.
Yeah, and I went to emo night
Went
and
to
listened
emo
to
night.
Brand New.
Nice.
And every DJ played the exact same Brand New song.
Except for Chris Connolly.
Yeah,
Saves the
Chris
Day.
Connolly
Chris
was
Connolly
He was
was
there.
there.
Yeah.
Which Brand New song were they playing?
there.
They played
Sick Transit Glory, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
They played that everyone except for Chris Connolly. He played Quiet Things.
Like Jesus Christ.
No.
No one. I don't think that was fast enough for emo night.
Not fast enough for emo night.
They'd be like,
but emos should be crying. They don't need
I
to.
know.
Yeah.
They don't need to be at a rage.
There was a guy who was doing like a dancey DJ set, and that was weird.
See, emo night for me is sad songs that are shouty in places
Yeah,
and they're really
that's
slow,
exactly-
and you just
Yeah.
sit down in a circle and just cry on each other's shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, people were moshing to Panic at the Disco, and there wasn't even a real band.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Everything about that was funny.
Everything about it. Adrian,
Yeah.
how's your week? What you been up to?
I've been hustling this week.
Been hustling.
Yeah, I need
Hustler, baby.
the cash monies.
Like Paul Newman and Tom Cruise in The Color of Money.
That
Or-
sounds about right. I
No,
haven't seen it, but sure.
Or
yeah.
like Midnight Cowboy, right? Midnight Cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Is
Okay.
either of these gigolo films?
Sure. Because that's the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, because that would be close. No, that's not the truth.
Australian Hustle. What?
No. I've been, I've been looking for work, doing those things. Started working in a smoothie bar. So
Nice.
That's pretty exciting.
What's your favorite smoothie?
Blueberry cobbler.
Where does the cobbler come in? That's like, hang on, cobbler's
That's like
oats
salad,
and
right?
stuff.
Yeah, no, none of that. It's just blueberries with some cinnamon.
It's just the word they use, cobbler.
Yeah.
So that's your favorite one to drink. What's your favorite one to make?
The plain Jane, because that's just almond milk with some protein. Yeah,
Self-explanatory.
it's a little depressing, but that's all right.
so is being a plain Jane.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're a blueberry, man. You're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
a plain Jane.
yeah.
Blueberry cobbler. You're fine.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's a great week in LA.
How many weeks are you in now in LA? You've been
7.
7th week.
Seventh
This is my
strong.
7th week.
Seventh heaven.
Yeah, almost 2 months now, guys. So,
So your training wheels are off.
yep.
You're ready to go swimming in the ocean.
Well, I'm kind of falling.
Falling into
I'm
the
falling
ocean.
slowly falling.
Don't worry.
I'll learn to fly.
Did
You
you,
said so?
No, I just said the ocean's cold.
the ocean is very
don't wanna
cold right
swim
now.
in it.
You don't want to be swimming in the ocean. Don't do it.
Where I come from, mate, we go swimming all the time.
Oh yeah.
Bloody love it.
Finally, the real accent comes out. I've been waiting.
We bloody love it.
I've been waiting. Justin, I know you also went to Disneyland.
Yeah.
Did the Star Wars things. Did
Star
the funs.
Wars.
Anything else happen in your life? Seen any movies? Played any video games?
Oh,
Yeah, I saw a movie, but I borrowed Until Dawn from Alex.
Oh, yeah.
Slowly been playing it.
You got a friend in that game.
Yeah. I won't say names, but anywho, yeah, totally is like them. In life. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
so,
I saw this movie, this indie movie. I don't know if you guys saw it.
Oh, there was like
The one about Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, it's
No, was it the one with the superheroes in it? What's it called?
it's about
Captain.
like Captain Civil War America.
Captain Silver War.
Yeah, Captain Civil War.
World War One, Civil.
Civil America. Yeah, Civil America was the movie. It was I saw it with you guys.
Did you with us, guys? We have a special spoiler cast up, which you can go and listen to on our feed. Don't know what word you'd use for that nowadays.
Yeah,
Feed sounds good.
Feed is good.
yeah. And then just ate a lot of food, but that's kind of it.
Yeah, we forgot a couple of things with that spoiler cast. It was really annoying. Afterwards, me and Adrian were
Yeah.
texting each other like, how did we not mention this and this? But we're not going to do it now, obviously, because there's spoilers.
What about you, Al? What have you been up to?
I mostly been spinning pre-production on my film, but I did play some Super Hot on the Xbox.
Ooh.
Came out last week. I suggest playing it. It's very cool. Yeah, time only
Is it
moves
cool
when
or
you
is
move.
it hot?
It's hot. They're very good marketing because basically each time time freezes and as you move, time moves, and it's kind of like it's like a first-person puzzle game sort of thing. But once you've finished a level, it shows you it in real time. And it makes you look really fucking cool because you're kind of like kicking people, catching a sword, slicing someone, throwing it at someone else, doing all this stuff throughout the level. And then as it's showing you it in real time, it just goes a big voice and big letters on the screen, just goes super hot, ha over and over again to the point where you feel you're in Clockwork Orange. It's just brainwashing you. But yeah, like it gets in your veins. You go around saying it.
That sounds cool.
So it basically was it Palmos dogs? So you get trained every time it clicks on. You're like, oh.
It really is. But it's a really cool game. It's short. It has some very meta elements to it. It's
Xbox One exclusive?
No, it's Xbox One and PS4, I want to say. I'm playing on Xbox One, so I don't know.
Okay.
But very cool. I played The Park as well, which is from the guys who did, I think, The Longest Journey, which I used to love, that game on PC. And then they just did The Secret World. Do you remember that MMO, Jesten? Came out a little while ago. This is like them using a part of that game to make another game. But it takes about an hour to play through. It's a spooky horror game. And you're in an abandoned amusement park, essentially, and you're looking for your kid's teddy bear. And it just forces you to go on these different amusement park rides, and stupid, spooky things happen. It's not very good. I would say it's worth playing if you had it for free. Then sure, it's just an hour, and it's an experience and a couple of bits of spooky. But it kind of feels like it's about half the game to realize, oh, okay, this is for kids.
I saw the trailer for that. Right.
That's what I felt. I was like, oh, okay, it's a kid's spooky game. That's fine, then. It's for kids. And then you get to the end, and it's drops off the deep end, and there's just blood pouring from walls and hideous things happening. And it literally, I mean, I know a lot of games are homaging PT right now. It just becomes PT. You just walk down a corridor, you walk through a thing, you walk down some steps, walk through the corridor, walk down some steps, and every time, and does it again, does the loop exactly the same as PT, and you just...
He hasn't played PT, we gotta get him to play it.
We'll get him to play PT.
Yeah.
I'll play PT.
And...
Physical training.
I watched The Fog again. Haven't seen that film in ages.
The Fog?
Yeah, John Carpenter's film he did after Halloween. Really well shot. Like, I'd never really noticed before. But really beautiful frames, really good cinematography. Great mood, that film. One of my favorite openings to a horror film. Like it a lot.
Look forward to seeing it.
That's what I've been up to. All right.
Looking forward to Nightmares.
Jesten.
Yes.
I'm going to start this podcast like we do every week. Jesten's Blowdown.
Yay!
Oh, that's a new name.
Yeah.
Jesten, you're going to lay some game news on us. What's been happening?
Yeah. Let me lay some games down.
You want to clear your throat again?
Yeah.
How many pieces do we have?
Number one.
5, but
Number one.
And wait. Which one are you more excited about?
Which one?
Out of your news.
Out of my numbers. Oh man.
Which one are you most excited to talk about?
Just the one that I'm about to talk about right now.
Leave that one until last time.
Number two.
Footage of a 16-bit Akira game has appeared online. Promoted to come out on the Sega Genesis and SNES in 1994, the footage showcases Road Rash style biker sections. That game is awesome.
Road Rash was fucking cool.
So fucking good. You like punch people.
Yeah, and you had chains and
yeah. So first-person hospital sections and Tetsuo, and side-scrolling platforming sections as Kaneda, as well as a spin on a hovercraft vehicle they used to escape the sewers. So that game is going to come out.
It's going to look really cool.
It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's never coming out. That game's never coming out.
It's never going to come out.
But it's just weird this stuff keeps emerging where it's, 22 years later.
Yeah.
And that footage just no one ever, and now people are bothering just to upload it. It's just some guy with a camcorder from 1993 filming a CRT TV.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's just crazy because this game, it doesn't look great, to be honest. But the cutscenes are scenes from Akira, but redone in 16-bit.
That'd be cool.
And they look fucking amazing. They look so cool.
Yeah.
And then all these other bits are just like, there's 3 different types. I mean, maybe there's more, but they show 3 completely different types of video game in this. The first-person one, bike racing, and then, the side-scrolling thing. And it's just crazy. It's really ambitious.
Yeah.
So you think it's going to be like the Akira film that's, been trying to be made for like the last...
the live-action one, you mean?
Yeah. For like the last 15 years or whatever.
Yep.
Or 10 years.
Yeah, please. I hope that never happens.
Yeah.
We just don't need a live-action Akira.
I kind of want it. Secretly, I want it.
I wanted it like I wanted the live-action Dragon Ball, and look how that turned.
Sure.
Yeah, I feel that way about live-action Sailor Moon.
Yeah, just live-action anime just doesn't
But
work.
they can do it now. They have the technology to do it.
Can they really do it?
I mean, for starters, Akira would be the most expensive film ever made if you did it properly.
Yeah.
Just every inch of that city is unrecognizably, what it is.
Maybe the guy that did 47 Ronin
can come out of retirement. I don't know, man. The only live action anime I've ever seen that worked, and it still was nowhere near as good as the source material, was Death Note. Like they were watchable live action films.
Yeah.
But that's because it's just a couple of guys in a room.
Wait. Actually,
Yeah.
the best live action that I've seen is this old. I think it was a manga
Mortal
first.
Kombat.
Damn it. Yeah. Was Great Teacher Onizuka. I don't know if you've ever read
No.
that. So it has an anime, and then they did a live action, and it was fucking on point.
That's true. No, to be fair, some drama one. Was that like a
Yeah.
drama thing?
It was like comedy, and I guess it had a little bit of like drama.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Dramedy.
I should stipulate, yeah, because there's some drama like Honey and Clover is a really good live action film.
Oh, I love Honey and Clover. I didn't know there was a live action.
There's a nice little. I mean, you might not like
so
it.
sad.
I saw the live action before I saw the anime,
Oh, okay.
so you might not like it coming the other way.
Yeah.
But it was a really cool little sweet film and stuff. There's a bunch of drama ones, yeah, but I would say for science fiction-y things like Akira, I just don't think you can. Or should do it.
Akira!
Particularly because Akira's just a fucking masterpiece of it. It
No,
still
it's
is.
such an
yeah.
opera. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's great.
What else is happening, Justin?
Oh, number 3. Sorry, I'm not
Need
Alex.
to kick your prompter.
Yeah, I'm not used to
My prompter's broken.
this new role. It's actually quite dynamic and challenging.
Will Nintendo's mysterious new console, the NX, use cartridges instead of optical discs? Chinese manufacturer, how would I say this? Macronix, who provided Nintendo's ROM chips.
Hang on. What's your tactic there? How do I say this? I know. I'll say it very loud and very fast in a slightly racist accent and just fucking get through it. I'm just going to barrel through it.
Yeah.
I think you got away with it.
Oh,
Luckily,
yeah.
no one drew attention. So you're
no.
fine. You keep
They're
going.
like, oh, that's how it's pronounced. Yeah. That's how they say it. You
It's
know,
like speak with purpose
Yeah.
instead of walking with
you know,
purpose.
I put emphasis.
It's like every politician. 70% is just how you say it.
Yeah.
Because if I said
And
it just,
how you said it was like a loud, crazy person who's racist on the corner of the street.
you'd be stoked. I mean,
It's like you were driving by in a car. And just, yeah.
yeah.
And the audience is left wondering whether you're trying to insult them or not.
It was very enthusiastic for those of you who might have taken it a different way.
You just keep cruising.
Yeah, I'm just cruising. So,
Number 3.
Chinese manufacturer who provided Nintendo's ROM chips used in both consoles and 3DS game cartridges. Sorry, I need compose.
Just barrel through it. You're
I'm
fine.
just barreling. Are reportedly expecting an increased order of ROM chips from Nintendo. Company chairman.
Do you want to move on? Do you just want to skip?
I'm actually interested in this piece
Yeah.
of information here.
Sorry. Wu Min
I'm just going to eat donut while you do this.
made
Yeah.
specific references to the NX in his financial briefing, reported by Monkey Link and translated by NeoGAF user Jim Catcher. Or whatever.
That's the Western name.
Yeah, but he has a CHCHER. That could go like mini.
Could be Keisha.
Yeah. Macronix ROM chips are usually supplied to video game console maker Nintendo. Although the sales is off-season during the first quarter, the revenue is similar compared with the same period last year. Wooman suggests that as Nintendo has announced, it will release a new generation console in March next year. The console will be launched at the same.
What is happening right now?
Sorry. I don't know. It's just so good. This information's really good. It's funny to me.
We can just skip it because I can just say
I know,
right
I know,
now
I know,
it's
I know.
not happening.
Sorry.
There's not going to be a game
I
cartridge.
should have read the names better and will be launched. Okay, so the consoles are going to be launched the same
still
time in Japan, America, and Europe. So the ROM sales
getting
are
there.
expected to increase in the later half this year, and we will have a large growth potential.
Really? You love the growth potential. Is that where we are right now?
Yeah. Last year, Nintendo filed a patent for a console with no disk drive, but emphasized the use of downloads to a hard drive for game distribution. The patent also included a read-write card slot. So Nintendo recently announced we won't be seeing Gate NX at this E3.
All right, so can you just
sorry.
translate that
You mean translate?
rubbish, utter rubbish that was coming out of his mouth?
I will
Did you not
sum it up.
understand what happened?
I didn't understand
Okay,
a word.
so basically, I should have just skimmed it and said this. So Nintendo hasn't reported any
That's always an option,
discs.
Justin.
Yeah, but I wanted to you took the time to write it, so I want to read. Writers write, man.
All right, here we go.
So Nintendo is console for the patent and all that doesn't have anything with an optical disc drive. It's just like a storage thing. So they're thinking that they're using cartridges again, but they're probably most likely using, like equivalent to a flash drive or a solid state drive. So that's speculation of what their design is going to be.
And the company who normally make the ROM, which is used for the cartridges, is saying they're going to have, they're basically going to announce
they're partnering up again.
That we're going to have, we're having a bigger order than normal at this point to do with Nintendo. So people are just putting those things together and deciding that's what's happening.
Making it
Which it could be, but there's also like that chip can also be used for internal memory. In terms of storage, so you don't have to download as much for firmware. I mean, it really depends what they're doing. I would fucking love to have a cartridge-based console again because it worked.
Yeah, just and if it didn't, just blow on it for a couple of times and it works.
Yep. But I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah,
I think this is for something
just
else.
A smaller thing.
But we'll see. We'll see.
Number 4.
Bethesda has announced that Dishonored 2 will be released on November 11th this year. That's near my birthday, for those of you listening.
11/11.
Yeah.
They like that date because that's the date that Skyrim was
Look at you. There you go.
launched.
Yeah.
Just letting you know.
All right, D&D.
Yeah.
Continue.
The first public gameplay demo will take place during the publisher's E3 2016 conference on June 12th. Another important date to remember. The game features a single campaign but forces players to choose between playing as the previous lead character, Korovo Atano, or Emily Caldwin, who we spent the last game trying to save. Two choices.
Did you like your Dishonored? Did you play Dishonored?
I played the first one, and it was like, I just went back to playing Skyrim.
It was like Dishonored's a beautiful game.
Yeah.
And the game mechanics were great.
Is it built with the Skyrim engine?
No. It's, well, actually, I don't know. But it was from one of the art directors of Half-Life. So it has a very assured kind of visual style to it. Some bits are very similar to Half-Life 2, actually. And it had a cool, simple story, but the game mechanic was really great. It was a stealth game, kind of like Thief, first-person stealth game. But you could dual wield. So you could do one with the sword and another one with an old pistol.
That's cool.
And it was really satisfying. It was one of those weird stealth games where when you did fuck it up and you had to get into a one-on-one fist fight, it was actually really enjoyable. So there are points where you're kind of like, I don't actually want to be successful at being stealthy because it's actually really fun to have a melee battle. So yeah.
Number 5.
From Software, the developers behind the Dark Souls series and Bloodborne put up a recruitment video last week which suggests its next title will arrive in 2017 on PS4, Xbox One, PC, and PSVR. Ooh. From President
Here we go.
From Hidetaka Miyazaki has stated previously that I'm so sorry if I slaughtered his first name, that there is no, quote, no plan right now for any sequels, spin-offs, or tie-ins with the Dark Souls series. So this title points to something new, or a potential return for a series such as Armored Core!
You remember Armored Core?
Dude, I love Armored Core, man. Robots? Yes.
Yep.
Space guns? Well, not really
years.
space, but just... Man, that was an insanely awesome game when it came out on PlayStation.
I'll bet it is probably Armored Core because that makes perfect sense of VR.
Yeah.
Because you're in a stable environment.
Yeah.
So it's literally just looking around while you're doing stuff and in a cockpit. That would make perfect sense. What was that game?
Virtual On?
No. It's Virtual On.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Steel Battalion. Do you remember that game? And it shipped with... The only way to play it was you got a controller that was as big as this table, bigger than this table. If you can see the video version if you're not watching the video version podcast, go to YouTube, type in We Are Tessellate. It's this big.
6
and
feet
it
tall.
came with 60 buttons, I think it was. So it was like you're in a real mech and you press all the buttons. And if you're fucking up, you had an ejector seat button, but you had a little proper latch, so you had to flip it open and hit the red button to eject out.
What? Can we find this game and play it and just do a whole podcast on it?
I spent so much money on it when I was a student in film school. Bought it, got really excited, set it all up, and my friends came around, and it's a really hard game. It's
Did you guys all work
they
together?
made Dark Souls. Is that
Can
kind
we
of game.
play this game? Can we it's probably...
We'll probably get off eBay, but you'd have to then... I think it was only on X... No, I think they did a new version of it for 360, actually, when they kind of upgraded it.
We could all be in a giant robot thing.
But it makes perfect sense that that's what this would be for
Yeah.
VR, something like that.
That makes sense.
Because something like Dark Souls doesn't make any sense, and they need a break from Dark Souls, I'm sure.
Maybe they're doing a solitaire game.
So virtual reality solitaire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like with Dark Souls themed cards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could be. You got that Dark Souls board game coming out. Maybe it's a virtual reality Dark Souls board game, but you buy the board game,
And
but then you put on the helmet and you're playing the board game.
As in, you are the board game.
No, you're just you're just playing it.
Oh, right, you're just playing the board game.
So
I thought
let's
you meant
not
like,
get over ambitious.
like getting meta on me.
you just put on the helmet and then it just keeps going, you died.
It adds nothing else to the board game
Every
experience.
time you die in the board game, then it goes, you died.
That's one thing I want, and that's why I really want that HoloLens augmented reality. I want to do like the Star Wars chess thing, where you're just playing a regular board game, but things come to life and move around. I'd really enjoy that.
I'm excited for when that comes out too, and I'm not like using it, and I walk around, I just see crazy people going like,
Yeah, just fiddling with walls.
yeah,
and-
just like touching things in midair. I'm like, that's just put it on homeless people now, and they're like normal. You know?
yeah, it'll just
do you,
blur the line.
do you
even more.
remember Chess 2000 on Amiga or Commodore 64?
Shockingly, no.
Oh,
No.
really good game.
Yeah,
Yeah, great
you want
game.
that in VR? Is that where we're going?
That'd be cool.
Okay.
Yeah, all the pieces came alive and they'd kill each other.
I like that. So there was a
Oh
game.
wait, is this the one where it was like, where it's like medieval themed? And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just-
yeah.
Dude, it was amazing. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Because like the rooks would come and they like crush it, and then
Yeah,
the
and the
pawns,
knights
they
would
stab
like
each other
chop
and go,
people's heads off. and-
Yeah,
it was
holy
cool.
that
you
game
woke up Hawaii.
is amazing.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Yeah,
That's
one of
exactly
my-
what I mean. That's the kind of
makes
thing
you
I'd be more
really love
interested
chess, and then you really want to get good at it, so you could kill all the other players.
in. But to do the augmented rather than VR, because VR is like you put it on and you're in some other room and you've that claustrophobic feel that I get from VR. But with augmented, we could just be sitting here right now with our little goggles on.
Yeah.
It's the future. Adrian.
Ah,
You can laugh at it.
Number
but
one.
it's-
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
And we'll get but like just having things on the table, actually moving around and doing stuff would be really cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
There's a game on PlayStation 3 called Eye of Judgment, and you use the eye camera like that. You had like a blanket that you put down, and then the camera was facing down on it, and then you'd play a card game against other people online. But when you put a card down, the camera read it, and it became alive, kind of like Skylanders and stuff do now with their little hub. But this you could place wherever you want, because it just read like a barcode on the card.
Yeah.
So it was literally like that Star Wars game. You had all these creatures you could see on your screen just walking around your tabletop and fighting people online.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's what I want. Next.
Well, you can't always get what you want, Al.
Number 1. Jesten's most excited title for this week.
After numerous leaks
That's
and
interesting.
rumors, EA has confirmed that the new installment in the series will travel back to World War I with a reveal trailer for the named Battlefield 1.
I don't know why I was doing
Oh,
that.
that's
Yeah,
that's
so
exciting. It's exciting.
Okay, the video features horses, spades, Red Baron style biplanes, swords, barbed clubs, boats, trains, even airships, or what are they called?
Zeppelins.
Zeppelins. There you go.
Blimps.
Blimps. In
Zeppelin.
what looks to be a
Rocketeer.
bold new version of the series. There's even gas and gas masks. It releases October 21st of this year
exciting.
on Xbox One, PS4, and PC via Origin. But you can play 3 days early with the Early Enlister Deluxe Edition, which will be available for all platforms October 18th for $79.99.
And then you can report all the bugs that are in
Yeah.
the game
But
and
what's
have that really optimized experience. It's great. Continue.
Anyways,
He's about to list everything that's in there.
including extra vehicles, weapons, and emblems, including the Red Baron pack, the Lawrence of Arabia pack, and the new visual appearances for 3 vehicles, including a train, airship, and dreadnought.
Jesten.
That is my news.
So there's 2 things to talk about here.
Yes, let's talk.
First of all, Battlefield. Now, who here plays Battlefield? Now, Ellen, I know you play Call of Duty.
Yes.
Disgraceful.
Aw.
You're one of them.
No.
Jesten,
Yes.
have you ever played Battlefield?
Let's see. Yes. I'm just kidding.
Which one were you playing?
I played them all, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The multiplayer or the single players or what?
Both.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. How did you feel about the last one?
Last one, it was fun. I moved a bunch, so I played it when it first came out for like 3 months, and then I moved around, and so I had to pack up my Xbox, and then I built a PC, so I never got back
Back into it.
But I played like a bunch of them on PC. I think I actually have 1945 still, but I have Battlefield 2 still on PC, which was awesome.
That was
yeah.
where you could jump bodies, couldn't
I-
you, in that one?
Which one?
You remember that? You could jump bodies. Yeah, it might have been only when they brought that onto console and they had a single player version that they made, and you could jump from body to body to like possess different people you're playing as in your own team.
Wait.
Do you remember that?
I think so. I don't remember which one. I know what you're talking about.
That was in 2, but I
yeah.
think it was
Just
the
like,
console
they died
version
and
of
you
2.
could-
Yeah.
I don't know, but I liked how, because the last one, because Call of Duty and Battlefield were kind of doing the same, like we're modern warfare, and then when they went their separate routes, which was like we're going with like Titanfall style Call of Duty, and then Battlefield was like, yo, we're gonna try this crazy thing called Cops and Robbers, because it was like the same time what's it called came out.
Hardline
True,
you're talking about.
or True Detective.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of like that same era. But now they were like, yo, instead of going to anything else, they just went back to like what was fun. You know?
Yeah, so they've definitely split now, because Call of Duty
Yeah.
just announced they're going to space, and it looks like Battlestar Galactica kind of thing.
Space dogs. I hope there's dogs in Call of Duty space, because that was my favorite part about Call of Duty. Is like you call dogs.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Who doesn't like dogs?
And then Battlefield's decided to go, back. Not that far in time, to be honest, but just a little bit. I mean, we haven't really had World War One video games.
Yeah.
Before my time.
Yeah.
For sure. But I mean, not like the current trend right now is to go prehistoric and do that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. I don't see how that would be fun. Or cave people.
No, but they could have gone, like, because that was what we were saying. Was it
Western? They could have gone Western style? Like,
yeah, that's what we were saying last
Turn of
week
age,
was
yeah.
we would like them to go more like Assassin's Creed
Yeah.
in terms of, and Call of Duty as well, in terms of doing, trying out different eras in time. Because there's loads of different type of warfare you could do. So World
This
War
one's
One,
got
is
good.
that different enough? Are you more excited for space
Yeah.
warfare or for World War One warfare?
I mean, I do like space, and I really want to see like a dog in an astronaut outfit, because that'd be
I
hilarious.
feel you're really focused on one element.
Yeah. I mean, that's the best part of it, because you can't pet them. Like, they're coming, you're like, oh, there's a dog. No, that dog's going to kill you. You've learned that really quickly.
You've thought about this.
No, that was what got me
I
super
thought you were
stoked.
going to say you can't pet them because they've got a suit on, and therefore you can't touch them.
Oh, yeah, you wouldn't
properly.
be able to touch them either.
Wouldn't be able to have that bond between man and dog.
Yeah. Just
Just
man's
the
best
emotional frustration
Um,
of space pets.
friend. I think, yeah, I'm more stoked on this because it takes you, because Call of Duty is really fast, and it's just like, whereas
Ellen, can you confirm?
Oh, I confirm that 100%.
Confirm.
And-
Call of Duty is. Whereas Battlefield's more.
yeah, there's like a delay, you
Yep.
know, because there's so much going on. You might not get like the frames per second. You might have a lag.
Confirm. Battlefield more laggy.
But yeah, I think it's more because you don't have like this. I mean, you'll probably still have the same amount of like ammo, but it's just the weapons don't go as fast, and you're in like crappy old planes now. Probably this is like the beginning of what gas warfare. I think World War One. It's
Yep.
like when they started
Horrible warfare.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's
Disturbing
like
stuff.
yeah, and they use like crazy shovels with like hooks on them and stuff. It's like yeah, so it has that weird eerie like vibe to it, especially when you're going through like the trenches. Like that's awful. Like the whole trench thing is
Well, that's the
a
thing.
gnarly
Isn't it?
time in history.
Like, I'm just worried they're gonna. I'm hoping that they go with that stuff because the stuff that I like about. I used to love Call of Duty, but I preferred it. Yeah, I went back when it was in World War II, and I
Yeah.
used to love Medal of Honor because it stayed
They're
in
like,
World War II.
"Grr!" They yell at each other, and you're like, bro. No.
Well, I just like there's something about the forced slower pace, like you're saying, in terms of your weapons don't go so fast. You have to take time to reload. It makes you have to think a little bit more and take time. I don't really love running, shooting, dying,
Run and gun?
running, shooting, dying, running,
Yeah.
shooting, dying. I
Yeah,
like to
I
get
feel
into the
like-
field and take my time and think about it a little bit.
I agree. Because I played Medal of Honor and I think Battlefield, both number ones of those games. Like, so back in the day,
I remember the day.
like 10, 12 years ago, I don't know.
That was, yeah.
Yep. And I enjoyed that because I think there's more time for an atmosphere to be achieved.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like with Call of Duty, the atmosphere is just like it's like a mosh pit.
Call of Duty's
you know
like,
what
yeah,
I mean? Like it's
being
just,
injected into the explosion in a Michael Bay film.
yeah, and there's no, yeah,
It's just too much for me.
yeah, I agree.
I'm surprised Ellen's the one person here. Look at her face. She's like, I love being injected into the mosh pit of a Michael Bay explosion.
I mean, it's fun in multiplayer when you're playing with a bunch of people. It's not so fun when you're by yourself.
I used to, but don't get me wrong, I used to play a lot of Call of Duty online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to play with my
Sticks and
friends
stones,
every
man.
night for a while. I just got to a point where I was like, okay, I've had enough now. And like Halo even was more my pace because it's a
Yeah.
little bit slower paced. And Yeah, definitely. Like, I used to like playing Far Cry Online just because people build huge maps and it would take you half an hour to fight each other. But I like one death maps. That's what I like, because that just immediately slows down the pace. It's just, well, you care about dying then, and everyone plays different, and everyone's hiding and flanking and sniping, and that's more something.
And that's what I enjoy too. Yeah, I agree.
So my worry with this one is if they glamorize it too much, if they make it, because it was a horrible war. I mean, obviously all wars are horrible, but World War One was incredibly barbaric. And so if they kind of, glamorize it too much, would worry me. But also just from the trailer, because the trailer looks awesome. All CGI, if I'm not mistaken. There was nothing in-game, I don't think, in that trailer.
No, I don't think so.
There was when he runs.
There's one shot of him running, but that looks... Yeah, I mean, that might have been in-game, but that looks definitely souped up. Like, there's no way it looks that
That's
pretty.
probably like PC.
Yeah, but that's like PC to kind of... I don't know, man. That was crazy.
They're really good, because when Battlefield... what was it, 4? Yeah, Battlefield 4. When they're walking through that like dark, narrow hallway. Like
that's true.
It was still the same. Like on
it did
PC,
look beautiful.
It was gorgeous. We're like,
if you could max it out. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, this game, the trailer looks so cool and fun and fast and stuff, but that's part of my worry. It's just, are they going to take World War One and try and make it as hectic as that trailer makes it seem? Are they going to basically, let's do something in a different period, but we have to make it still seem as crazy as our futuristic shooters? Because I would like them to take the opportunity to go, no, let's tell a story and slow it down a little bit and create tension and mood and fear.
Well, I mean, it would be great if the solo play version had those elements. Yeah. And then the multiplayer version had all that craziness.
Fly your blimp into a dreadnought. I don't know what a dreadnought is, I'll be honest.
It's like a tank thing.
Is it a tank?
That's what I thought it was.
Then you can fly a blimp into a dreadnought.
Sure.
And you should.
There's also boats, like old steamy
boats. They really kind of try and show the amount of traversability in that trailer, which is cool. Although Call of Duty was doing it a lot in their new one as well, with all of their space planes.
Space planes.
I find that so... I've always found Future uninteresting.
I'm the same. I'm not really at all interested.
Never got into Halo. All those.
I do love the Halo games, I have to say. But that's part of the reason why I don't care about the Call of Duty. I'm just like, we have so many science fiction games already.
Unreal
I don't
Tournament
have any
was
World
good.
War One games. What do you want to say?
Space zombies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
But wait, is it Activision, though, that's doing it? Is it Modern Warfare?
Is Infinity Wars.
Or, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, it's Infinity War doing this one.
Yeah.
But hang on, I think, because they don't normally do the zombies on the Infinity Wars ones, but I think they said they were doing them on this one. I might be incorrect.
Why did I say Activision?
It is Activision.
Oh,
but that's the publisher, the developer.
Oh, okay.
But then they have like 3 or 4 teams now doing Call of Duties.
Probably from Canada.
So no space zombies.
Yes.
All right. Space dogs, maybe.
There might be. Like I said, I think I read something that Infinity Ward don't normally do it.
You can have the zombies. Like, that's another reason for Call of Duty.
Yeah, zombies.
Yeah. Zombies in zero gravity. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be a good move in the same
Nazi zombies are better.
Yeah. Yeah, the zombies got to be Nazi because they're just, like, really angry.
You seen that film Dead Snow?
Yeah.
No.
Dead Snow. Watch Dead Snow 2. It's on Netflix right now.
Oh, my.
It's zombie Nazis, but very funny.
I think I've seen Dead Snow 1.
Dead Snow 1's fine. It's good.
Yeah.
Dead Snow 2 is a lot funnier.
Right.
Because the end of Dead Snow 1 is where it gets funny.
Yeah.
Dead Snow 2 did 2, they just took that and went even further. Because they just go so over the top in Dead Snow 2. Right. Is that all the news, Jesten, for the games? For the things to do with the thumbs?
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm going to lay down a little movie news now. Are you ready? We also have 5 pieces of news. I'll tell you what, Adrian, to spice up your life, you can just pick a number and I'll do that one.
6. It's my favorite number.
I have got 5. Were you paying attention?
We'll make one up. Go.
I can't do it.
I want 6.
Too much pressure.
All right. What do I have to do?
You have to, between the number. No, it's over now.
2.
It's over now.
2.
Number 2. Captain America in Civil War had the biggest opening of the year last weekend, raking in $181 million domestically, compared to Batman v Superman's $166 million and Deadpool's $132 million, which places it at number 5th. That's not how you do that sentence.
No.
Let's just go with it. Number 5th in the biggest openings of all time. and ranks it as the highest opening for a non-Avengers comic book movie to date. Which is strange since it is
essentially an Avengers movie.
Yeah. The movie, though, had already made an impressive $496 million overseas prior to its US release.
Mm-hmm.
So money, it's made money. That's what you
made a bunch of money.
And it beat out Batman vs. Superman. But not by that much. 166 million to 181 million.
Yeah, but overall, in the longevity of things, it's going to make a shitload more money.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
What's the next number?
1.
All right, number 1. Fans, as well as Hugh Jackman himself, have always lobbied for an R-rated Wolverine film. And after the unexpected success of Deadpool, it finally looked like we might get one. Now it's been confirmed that 20th Century Fox are allowing the upcoming Wolverine 3 to be R-rated. Reported to be the final time Hugh Jackman plays the iconic character, it will be a fitting way to round off 15 years, I think, of X-Men universe.
Holy crap.
Simon Kinberg, who wrote and produced X-Men Apocalypse, talked to Collider and had this to say. Open quote. I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say about that. I will agree with you. There was more. That was called dramatic tension. I will agree with you that Patrick Stewart was rumored to be a part of that film. It takes place in the future, and as you and others have reported, it is indeed an R-rated movie. It's violent. It's kind of like a Western in its tone. It's just a very cool and different film. End quote.
Ooh.
So, Jesten, danger. You know your X-Men a little bit.
Oh.
Do you know your X-Men a little bit?
I don't know Apocalypse.
But do you know, so let's just say we're talking about a Wolverine film.
Yeah.
We're talking about it being very violent.
Yeah.
We're talking about it taking place in the future.
Oh.
And it's got a Western theme.
Oh, no.
What does that sound like?
It sounds awful.
It sounds like future Western?
Oh my god,
it sounds great.
It sounds like the second Wolverine, except in the future.
Sounds like No Country
Western
for Old Men.
And terrible.
Sounds like Old Man Logan.
Oh! Hey there.
Oh.
For our non-video watchers, I just placed a statue of Old Man Logan. It's one of my favorite statues.
Jesten immediately broke.
Yeah. Does it not, if they're saying it takes place in the future, Hugh Jackman's obviously looking a bit old and they keep trying to make him look younger. How about they just embrace him looking older? What's a Western Wolverine? It's Old Man Logan. That's what Western Wolverine is in the future. So that makes me really excited if that's what happens.
When you say Old Man Logan, is that like a comic book series?
Yeah, it's a comic book series right now of Wolverine later on in his life.
Does he really ever get old? Because
he does, just at a decreased rate. He gets old slowly.
So he's maybe 800 years old. He's
I would love to see Hugh Jackman like this in the slightly dystopian future, potentially left after Apocalypse.
With arm braces?
I'd be into that.
I'm down for that. Anyway,
yeah, I'd
probably
watch
isn't that, but
yeah. Since it's R-rated, he'll probably get naked now.
Yeah, it's not going to be violence. It's just going to be hardcore Wolvie porn.
They were like, yes, it's rated R.
Why naked and everything. Gay Wolverine?
No. I was just saying people. I was trying to do my best.
That was what the fan sounds like.
Female.
That was a female.
I don't know, man. I've got a really low voice. Hello.
I'm confused.
Did you want me to go, yay, he's getting naked?
Yes, I did.
Number 4.
His clothes would be burned, but he regenerates.
Just 4. Number 4.
No, I want to leave him stranded on his boat. Slender Man, Screen Gems, the studio who brought us Resident Evil and all the other Resident Evil films, are currently in negotiations to make a Slenderman movie. It would be made in collaboration with Mythology Entertainment. Now, I looked up Mythology Entertainment, done fuck all. They're a brand new company, but they have about 7 films coming out right now. Slender Man originally originated. The pirate Slender Man. As a horror meme on the internet, as a tall, thin, faceless person, normally in a suit with elongated arms. The movie is meant to shoot fall of 2016. Slenderman. What's with the suit? He always seems to be in a suit. Am I incorrect? What's that about? Has he got a job to go to?
He's probably just looking for his job interview.
You think it's just someone lost for the job for so long, they've wasted away. Because he's in the woods normally.
Yeah, he's in the woods. He's usually slender. I mean,
but he's got a tie as well. It's not even loose. It's not even party tie. It's like
he's got a work. Maybe that's his job. Is just to find people
and spook them.
He's like, this is the Worst job I have, but it's the only job I could do because look at my height. It's impractical. I can't work in a building.
That's true.
I can't sit in an office for 9 to 5. I'm just gonna get back problems.
You're gonna need an outdoor job.
He's got kids, man. He needs a job. That's the best job he can find. That's what this movie's about. It's about
It's
Slender
going to
Man's
be the
job.
origin
Yeah.
of Slenderman.
That's what it's about.
There's already a Slenderman found footage movie that just came out. It's not meant to be good.
He's also really tall and just looks sad.
He's a sad man.
This is a
I feel he
sad
just
movie?
wants a hug.
He probably tried to get a
Are
job
you
at...
looking up Slenderman? Do you know Slenderman?
I have no idea what it
Me
is.
neither.
Really?
Me
Really?
neither.
Oh, man.
Slenderman.
Let me show you Slender Man.
He's a cultural phenomenon
Yeah.
for
He's
years and
Where?
years and years and years on the internet.
Oh.
Because people basically kept saying that they thought they saw him, in photos. He's actually, and I don't think many people have done this connection that I know of. He is 100% an extension of the Mothman. Because the Mothman, you ever see that film, The Mothman Prophecies?
Yeah, the weird
Richard Gere, I
going
think,
back
or
in
something.
the future.
Oh,
Oh no,
yeah.
it was Richard Gere. Yeah.
Mothman, not a butterfly effect.
That's what I was thinking. Butterfly effects.
Mothman Prophecy, because that was something that's gone back for decades. People in photos having this sort of elongated figure that looked like it had wings, being in the background of things all the time.
Right.
And Slenderman seems to be the modern internet version of that. That's kind of morphed into. Anyway, they're making a movie about it. So if you don't know about it, your face, Ellen, right now is fantastic. Fantastic.
I'm excited.
Ooh.
I want to see it.
Is that a horror movie?
I think it's going to be...
I'm gonna look all this stuff up after this.
Right. Number 5. Are you ready? You done looking at Slenderman pictures?
Oh, it's not...
All right. Yes. Number 4,
No, we've done that
3,
one. No, we're doing 5.
number 5.
Your powers have been taken away from me.
Man.
Can I just take a photo of your face like that? So if we ever text each other, that's the picture that comes up.
Are you doing turtle face?
Yeah, turtle face.
Turtle face.
It seems the search for the actor who will play the young Han Solo in the upcoming standalone Star Wars film has finally been cast.
Yep. Thanks.
Alden Ehrenreich. Is
Oh,
that how
not
you say
me.
his name?
Mm.
26 years old, starred in Beautiful Creatures, the bit part in Blue Jasmine, and was in this year's Hail Caesar. Yep. Remember in Hail Caesar? The cowboy dude. The movie is set for
I'm
release
walking away
May
from this. I don't wanna hear
2018. Movie set to release May 2018. It will be directed by Phil Lord and Chris Miller, who directed 21 Jump Street, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, and the Lego Movie.
Sounds terrible!
It does sound dreadful.
And this is the real reason Alex isn't here this week.
Is it really?
No, I just imagine so. He can't bear to hear any more news about young Han
Yeah.
Solo.
Oh no.
So I'm guessing from people's wrinkled noses that they don't like the casting for this.
I have no opinion.
I don't even think they should make...
Yeah, I don't think they should make one.
They shouldn't even have made this. Why?
I just want to know. I want someone to tell me why they made that decision.
For him or to make the movie?
Both.
Maybe I'll start with to pick him.
To pick him. The thing is, he's a great actor. He's got a lot of charisma. He can do funny. He can do charm. He doesn't feel like Han Solo to me
No.
at all. He's
They
way too
should have
short.
had that other guy, man. Sorry.
You're
I
scruffy
thought
no
it
further.
took forever
Scruffy no
because
further.
they were trying to find an unknown
Yeah.
name.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would make... I mean, he's not that well known yet, but he's on the cusp of becoming pretty well known, this kid. So
I hope it bombs. So I'm sorry. I hope it goes so bad.
I don't. I wish it the best, man. Like, I hope it works out.
No, so that they would stop doing things like that because they need to stop.
But what if they nail it? What if it's like Guardians of the Galaxy, but with,
I just like not. I like hearing about his backstory or just whatever through other things.
through
Not
the mythos.
oh, let's just watch it because then it just takes it away, and then I'll go, oh, if he does something different, but like that's not what Harrison Ford would do.
Yeah, I guess in my head, and I'm probably now I think about it completely wrong. In my head, I've been looking at it as they're just going to take a little portion of his life, probably just before A New Hope, and show that. But yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe they're going to show, like, if they show his childhood and his whole,
They're just gonna
if
show
they try
how
and
he
cover
became a
his life
smuggler.
up until A New Hope, I'll hate it.
I don't want to know his like story.
But
like,
I don't mind seeing one more particular little story of him and Chewie doing some cool,
Yeah, I
I'm
was
happy
gonna
with
say I
that.
don't mind seeing how he met Chewie.
Yeah, exactly. Just
Yeah.
something small like that. Just a little vertical slice of his life. That's Robert Downey Jr. That was a great photo. Robert Downey Jr. morphed into Han Solo.
Dude, yeah, I don't see that. Just kidding.
The directors are more weird because Phil Lord and Chris Miller, they've only directed out and out comedies. Like 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, and the Lego Movie. Now, the Lego Movie's phenomenal. I actually really like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. But they're all a very particular type of humor. So you know what you're getting from them with this, for sure. And
What? So it's just going to be like a weird
But that's going to be just
comedy,
crazy balmy
action film.
Which is weird. Like, are they going to let it go that far? Because something like Guardians, that's a comedy that could have been a Star Wars film, but there's gravity to it, and it has kind of some consequence. They haven't made a film that has gravity or consequence to it ever.
Well, maybe they're stretching, their legs.
See, the show just hired Emery Cohen, dude.
You found your dude.
Scruffy guy.
You found him.
Scruffy guy would have been a great, rugged. That was another person they were talking about being.
I don't have a problem with the actor. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, ultimately, it would be better if it was Harrison Ford.
Yeah. They could just do what they did in Captain America. Is nobody knows.
Spoilers: Harrison Ford is Han Solo in Captain America.
Damn it.
Okay, so I'm guessing then is this people's least anticipated Star Wars film coming up?
Yep.
I'm all about Rogue One right now.
Mm-hmm. You just want more of them. There it is.
So good. One of my favorite sounds.
One of my favorites.
You can have a favorite sound, man. Everyone's got one.
What if car alarms just sounded like
Holy
that?
shit, I would be in heaven.
Oh.
Yeah. I'd be hitting everyone's car.
Thank God it released this car alarm that sounds like that.
Oh my gosh, you can get custom.
Oh God. Jesten's on the journey now. All right. We could talk about Han Solo for a long time, but I don't feel we have much to say because we don't know much yet, other than that sounds worrying. But let's hope they prove us wrong.
Has he ever done a funny movie?
Which one?
The actor?
Well, he's funny in Hail Caesar.
Okay, I haven't seen it.
Yeah. No, he's funny in Hail Caesar. I thought he was great.
Or
in Hail
is
Caesar.
that the Coen writing?
The Coen writing?
Yeah.
I think it's a combination. I don't know. Look at that.
All right.
Next. Number 4.
Number 3.
I'd already done number 2.
No, number 3.
That's
number 3.
My thumb counts.
He's a German guy.
I didn't see it.
That's what Germans do.
So there's our last piece of movie news. A survey conducted... Pay attention, Jess.
Sorry.
You're going to be quizzed now.
So wait, did you just freaking Hunger Games me? All right, news.
A survey conducted for USA Today by Fandango.com polled people who had already purchased tickets for Civil War on which out of the following 6 Avengers who have never had a solo movie should get one.
Awesome.
So I'm interested in what you guys think. So I'm not going to tell you what the general population went with.
Okay.
I want you all to see if you're swimming against the tide or
okay.
not. Okay. I'll tell you what. You can get... So I'm going to give you the 6 characters.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to say which one you would most like to see a movie out of, which one you would least like to see a movie out of, and then collectively decide what you think the general public would have said for most and least.
Okay.
We have these characters: Falcon, Hawkeye, War Machine, Black Widow, Vision, and Scarlet Witch.
They're all the worst characters.
Well, they're the ones who haven't had solo.
I would want to see Scarlet Witch. Which movie?
Okay, so Jesten would most like to see Scarlet Witch movie.
People.
Which one would you least like to see? We got Falcon, Hawkeye, War Machine, Black Widow, Vision, Scarlet Witch.
What was the first 2?
Falcon, Hawkeye.
I don't really want to see Falcons.
You'd at least like to see Falcon?
Yeah.
Okay. You'd most like to see Scarlet Witch. What about you, Adrian?
Was Vision one of the choices?
Yep.
Yeah, Vision. Probably. I think so, yep. Of those ones.
Okay.
Did you say Black Widow was in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want it. No.
That's your least favourite one?
No. My least favourite would be Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. Okay.
The guy with the bow.
Clint.
I mean, he doesn't have any powers.
He's called
either of them, actually. It's like, go away, you're not a mutant, and you don't have any superpowers.
Fair play.
Like,
Fair play. Ellen. I
Scarlet
think I can
Witch.
guess who you'd
Scarlet
most like.
Witch.
There you go.
Yes. But not with,
it has to be how they cast it. Elizabeth Olsen is now Scarlet Witch.
Can they get rid of her accent? Can they make her related to Magneto? Can they bring back her brother? Okay.
No.
Anyway.
They can't do those things.
Well, then I changed my answer to
Vision would actually be cool.
Vision.
Yeah. Vision. Yeah. And who do you least like? Who are you least interested to see a movie? Falcon. Okay. So what do you guess?
He just showed up.
Who would I guess?
The general public said they'd most like to see
Black Widow.
Yeah, they'd most want to see Black Widow.
And who would they least like to see a film out
of? Probably Vision.
Okay.
Or
so
no, they probably would least want to see. Who do you reckon?
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch, maybe.
Because it's. Because
actually, Vision probably.
We're gonna find out.
I want to see more Paul Bettany because he was also Jarvis, and now he's the Vision guy. What? I'm so confused.
All right, here we go.
I didn't see Age of Ultron.
So there's a huge drop off here. Number one out of people who voted Black Widow by 48% won a Black Widow movie.
48%.
I think it's, but that's kind of an obvious choice because a lot of Marvel haven't done a solo female movie yet, and she's been around for a long time. Girls love Black Widow's character for the majority, and guys like watching Scarlett Johansson prance around. And
I want to see Pepper Potts movie, man. What the hell? She's been around like since the inception.
I think she's out now. I think she's definitely gone.
No, she's got to come back. Please come back.
48% Black Widow. The drop off for number 2, 15%. It's Vision.
Nice.
Which in my head, that's the correct answer for me. I'm most interested in the Vision movie. Yeah. I think he's also a character you can remove from everyone. Like everyone else is so tangled, but Vision's like he can just fuck off for a bit and go and do something. He could be in space. He could be in a different part of the world.
He can't be a part of the X-Men's. Yeah.
No.
That's an interesting story.
12%, interestingly, Falcon. And number 3, people want a Falcon.
Well, he is,
he's pretty cool. I mean, of all the people without powers, he's the coolest.
Yeah, I guess so.
No, Ant-Man's
coolest. I like Black Widow a lot more than Falcon.
Hey, Iron Man. No, he has
technically he doesn't have powers.
He has the power of money.
Ant-Man.
He's got the power of like
money and brains.
Yeah.
And charm.
That's true. So that's true. I always forget Iron Man doesn't actually have any powers.
But does he? He's got like high stacked charisma.
10%.
He really does.
It's not normal.
10% we've got Hawkeye, 8% War Machine, and at least 7% Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
No one wants
because
Scarlet
she's not
Witch
that good in this things. But if they went to an Origins, they could change the actress, change the storyline. What's that? Now they teamed up with Fox, and you've got an actual X-Men story.
Because they haven't really, also in these films, they haven't really shown you what her parameters of her powers are. She just tends to kind of wiggle her fingers together. Some red stuff sparks out, and then something happens. Yeah. And I don't really know where her limits are at all. So yeah, she doesn't seem very enigmatic in the films how they portrayed her. I can feel the fury from across the table.
It's not the character's fault. It's just what they have done with it.
Yeah, I don't think they've tried.
Yeah, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about this Scarlet Witch in this movie?
I already said it.
She loves the accent.
I love the accent. I love that she doesn't have a brother, and I love that she's like not really related to Magneto.
Her brother. They just spoilers for Age of Ultron.
No, Quicksilver would not die.
He's too quick.
Yeah, he's too fast.
Just go and watch your X-Men movies if you want to see your Quicksilver.
I will.
All right. Okay. So we're going to, that's the end of our news. Everyone happy? Everyone feel like they filled in on what happened this week?
No, I'm not.
Anything I
want
missed?
More news. Yeah.
That's it, I'm afraid. That's what you
got.
Well,
I want a number 6, but
everyone
oversight.
All right. So we're going to now move into our next section, which is our recent adoption of our midtro outro.
Midtro.
So most people like to sign off at the end of a podcast with an outro telling you where to go. Stats prove you fuckers don't stick around till the end of a podcast because once you hear people wrapping up, you just sign off. So guess what? Midtro, outro. You can't get away from it. If you want to hear the rest of the podcast, you got to get through this.
You can't run. You shouldn't run because we're eating donuts and you should.
They are. They're delicious donuts, which links in perfectly. So if you want to see us eating donuts while we do this podcast, if you want to see this cool Freddy glove that I got in a kid's store, which is worrying because it's real metal.
Yeah.
Then if you want to see our old man Logan statue.
On my hand?
Sure. Go to YouTube, type in We Are Tessellate or type in Tessellate and Geeks. We'll pop up. There's our channel right there. Please subscribe. It helps us out massively. You can watch all of our other shows. We've got some cool stuff coming up. We've got some retrospective things. We've got some weird shows. We've got some web series coming up. You can also see our movies and our videos because we are a production company. We make films. We're in LA. We're in Tokyo. We're in London. And we do this just because we don't have enough stress on our life, basically.
Yeah.
You can also find us on all the social medias. We are Tessellate. That's with 2 S's, 2 L's. You can go to our URL, We Are Tessellate. Watch everything there. We have music there as well. You can listen to reviews. We've got more of that stuff incoming. If you want to write for us for reviews or you want to get involved and run a podcast to do with a TV show or something, email at us. We are Tessellate@outlook.com. Thank you. All right, now we're going to move into what is normally Alex's portion of the show. Adrian, you're going to be taking over as the resident Australian.
Yes.
Because we're that racist here.
Oh, yeah?
Are you going to be able to do Alex's sing-song?
Oh, is that the...
Yeah.
Give us money? That one?
Oh, you don't know how it goes yet.
You don't know how it goes?
Jesten.
I'll make it up.
Oh, well, I was... we were thinking... I was trying to find something.
Are you doing
I was trying to find money, and... You know, there's this one person that I thought about. It was Alex, but then I remember who Alex would go to. You know who that? You know what he said?
What would he sing?
He would say, "Chris Pratt, can you give me some money? Can you give me some money?"
We should have harmonized.
Yeah, we should have. We didn't really plan this.
I didn't think about it.
I totally could have done that.
Can you do it? Do it now.
Yeah.
Do it now.
So, this week, as I was saying earlier, that, I'm out of money and
no.
looking for work and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But then I was like,
What were you like?
you know
You have
what?
someone to turn to?
I was like, who I could turn to?
Who could you turn to?
You know who's like a top guy who's like pretty willing to help those in need? I was thinking.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking I could
call
up this guy and say, Chris Pratt, could you give me some money?
Oh, you did it. You got the high note. Yeah, beautiful.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Alex, if you're listening, we have a double.
All right, releases. Cinemas. This week, 13th of May, we have The Lobster. In a dystopian near future, single people, according to the laws of the city, are taken to the hotel where they are obliged to find a romantic partner in 45 days or are transformed into beasts and set off into the woods. That's right, beasts, and are set off into the woods. The director is Yorgos Lanthimos, the director of Dogtooth and Alps, for those of you who are into the Greek cinema. The stars are Colin Farrell, Rachel Weisz, Ben Whishaw, and John C. Reilly. I've seen this film. I saw it at the Melbourne International Film Festival back home last year. I think it's a great film. It caused a lot of discussion between me and my friends about relation and relationships and societal pressures and all those things, and we also thought it was a good laugh. Yeah, and we had this big... has anyone seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I can't reveal spoilers.
So this came out... Because it's an English film and it came out last year in
American.
England. So America's just getting in now.
Yeah. I can't really talk about final plot points and things like that, right?
No, we don't spoil it.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll talk about it in a couple of weeks because there was some really interesting discussion at the time of seeing the film.
Yeah, no, I did... I really like this director a lot. I think it's great there are movies like this out there. I enjoyed it a lot for the most part. And I would definitely recommend people go and see it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say anything disparaging like that. I think people should go and see it. It's very refreshing, very interesting. Definitely evokes a lot of discussion. My only problem with him is he does get quite single-sided. He's kind of so anti... Again, like we were saying before the podcast, a bit like Terrence Malick, not in how he approaches it, but in terms of he so badly wants to be not what mainstream cinema is, that sometimes I feel he falls into his own traps of, okay, well then you're not investigating a reality of someone either. Like the Lobster, the characters are very much... sort of the walls around them are very close and they're one certain thing, and it's very different from mainstream and very honest about relationships in one way, but then he just kind of goes down that road the whole time to the point where it's like I don't really feel that any of them are believable, or
to the point that it can become alienating, which was one of my main problems with the film. Was that I was like, I just want another in, I just want to find that I'm closer, but anyway, we can't really talk about it too much, but conceptually, I think it's excellent.
Very weird, very interesting. Tons of great, talented actors in it as well. Yeah, and definitely goes to places you wouldn't expect it to go to. Yep. If you want to not see the mainstream, I'd definitely go see The Lobster because it's a real treat. Polished, beautiful, it's obtuse, but it is funny. It's an enjoyable film. Yep, absolutely. Next one on the list, we've got Money Monster. Financial TV host Lee Gates and his producer Patty are put in an extreme situation when an irate investor takes over their studio. The director is Jodie Foster, and the stars are George Clooney, Julia Roberts, and Jack O'Connell. What's Jodie Foster directed since? She did The Beaver, didn't she, with crazy... what's his name? Mel Gibson. What else has she done? I don't know. Looking at the trailer for this earlier this evening, have not seen this yet. Have seen the trailer. Oh, it's tough because Julia Roberts is just bloody Julia Roberts, isn't she? She is. Get any other woman to play that role, and it would be interesting. I know that's rough. Sorry, Julia. But seeing these two together, they're obviously mates. They always work together for some reason, I think. And I mean, George Clooney, he's playing the role which is his persona, which is the presenter.
Like I feel like I was watching a Nescafe. What do you call it?
Espresso.
Yeah.
Nespresso ad about him talking about coffee, which is nice, which is great. I don't know. Look, I watched the trailer and was like, okay.
Do you know what's weird about this though? So from the blurb that it has here, financial TV host Lee Gates and his producer Paddy are put in an extreme situation when an irate investor takes over their studio. I read this earlier today, and in my head, there was no action, no drama. It was when an irate investor, so I thought, okay, a businessman who's already involved takes over the studio. I thought in a buyout. That's how I read this. So for a log line, that's really bad because in the trailer, no, it's a guy basically comes in with a gun and takes over the studio for his own political...
it's a terrorist operation, basically.
Exactly.
One-man terrorist
Which is
hijack.
much more, whether it's more interesting or not, in terms of what they do with it, it's much more exciting for the mainstream, public to watch. So I was kind of surprised when I saw that trailer.
So the description makes it, when you read it, I was like, wait, I already saw the trailer, so I knew, but when you're reading it, it does sound like a guy's going, I'm here to buy out your station.
That's exactly what
and
I thought
like,
it was.
Oh no, we're a local station.
And I love a weird genre of movies that I've created in my head called mist movies, which are men in suits talking. So I really enjoy movies like All the President's Men and Margin Call, and where people just sit around chatting about stuff.
the Ides of March. And
Yeah, exactly. I love Ides of March. So in my head, I was like, oh, this is going to be a great movie. They're just going to be sitting around talking about
political thriller, great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which it wasn't at all. It's kind of a weird sort of political action sort of film, I guess, in a weird way.
Yeah.
But in one setup.
And I guess it's playing off themes that are in, all those movies that have been coming out about what the banks have done to the American economic situation and world economic situation.
Yeah, there's a clip of...
They're playing on those themes.
There's a toilet is haunted. There's a clip of George Clooney giving a bit of a speech in this. And this was just another one of those trailers where by the end of the trailer, I feel like I've seen everything that the movie has to offer.
Yeah.
I actually thought it looked fine. I genuinely... George Clooney has some severe misses, but for the most part, he chooses interesting films.
Sure.
So I was, I will give anything he's in a go because I think he tries to pick into his stuff. I think it's more down to whether the director fucks it up or not than the material sort of thing.
As long as he's in a role that is him, which he does well.
I think that's true of most actors.
He picks those roles.
I think there are a few actors who can play anyone other than who they play, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. But
regardless of him, I just feel he always has a good eye for what's an interesting film. And then it's just down to whether the production follows that through and creates a good film or not, sort of thing. So I'm interested. Ellen, you saw the trailer for this. Do you give a shit?
Nope.
There we go.
America.
You should go on every week.
Whoa. I care where the American dollar goes.
We don't care about you, Justin.
I mean, I just had so many questions watching it, like...
But they would be answered.
How did he lose that much money? He looks so young.
That's true. The perpetrator does look very young.
Wait a second.
And I'm like, how is he getting back at those horrible people just by getting George Clooney? I don't know. It just didn't make sense. I'd have to watch it to understand it, but I don't want to watch it.
But you don't want to watch it?
No.
Okay. All right. Well done, trailer.
What did he invest in?
Well done, trailer.
I mean, yeah, I don't understand.
What else is coming out this week?
We have A Bigger Splash. The vacation of a famous rock star and a filmmaker is disrupted by the unexpected visit of an old friend and his daughter.
That sounds scintillating.
Oh, mate, that sounds
That's
real.
how you write a log line.
I reckon. Director is Luca Guadagnino.
Yeah.
We're going to go with that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. And the stars are Tilda Swinton, Matthias Schoenaerts. No,
Just say it with like conviction.
I'm going to say it again.
Just say it real quickly.
Matthias Schoenaerts. It doesn't. It's not sounding better. And Ray Fiennes. So I mean, this. I look at the log line. I don't get overly excited. I don't know the director much, to be honest. I'm sure I probably should.
Don't know one film.
But I love Tilda Swinton, and I really like Ray Fiennes as well.
Did you like the trailer?
The trailer? It looked interesting. What did you call it? What did you say it was, Jesten? It was like sea change that kills you. We call it sea change back home when old people move to the ocean. or when people change their lives by moving to the coast and starting anew and opening a market or something. We call it a sea change. What did you say? Remember you said something like that, and you're like, ha ha ha, and we're like, yeah, that's great.
I don't remember.
Guess you had to be there. But yeah, I don't know. It was a bit of a confusing trailer because it was like, oh, it's a sort of, funny people retracing their past, wine, dinner chats, that kind of vibe. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden it had like a horror theme, sort of like high-pitched squeal thing come in. And then I was like, oh, it's a thriller. Or it's not. It was confusing. And maybe they did that on purpose to make me feel like...
Yeah, I thought that was just trailer editing.
Yeah.
I think at the end they're just like, we need to make it seem...
more interesting than it is.
Sinister or something. But
yeah. But I'd go see it. Looks good.
It looked...
cinematically, it looked nice.
It looked a lot like... There was a film called Laurel Canyon, which came out a long time ago now.
Okay.
Like 15 years ago, 12 years ago. Which was a similar kind of setup of these kind of lazy, retiring... musicians hanging out in Laurel Canyon in LA, and they don't do much. They just sit in swimming pools and get existential. I have nowhere else to go with that other than it reminded me of that a little bit. That was an alright film that no one ever saw. Hey guys, how you doing at the other end of the table?
Danger, any thoughts?
About the movie?
Yeah, you saw the trailer.
I'd watch it. I don't know what it's about, but I'd watch it definitely over that other movie, Money Monster.
Over George Clooney shouting.
Yeah.
See.
The trailer was interesting.
It felt a bit European in quality.
Yeah.
That'll be the swimming pools.
Yeah, but also...
No. Just the pools.
Okay.
And I'd watch The Lobster. I'm like really interested in
we've got
seeing
to ask
that.
you guys
I didn't
Yeah.
say anything about it, but those are the two from the list that I think I'd watch.
Well, thus far, we have another here.
Yeah, I want to see The Lobster.
The Darkness. Emily returns... I'm going to read this word for word.
Okay.
Emily returns form a Grand Canyon vacation with a supernatural presence in tow. So there's a typo there, I think.
Fuck you.
Okay. So Emily, this is brief. Emily returns from a Grand Canyon vacation with a supernatural presence in tow.
To be honest, what else do you need to know?
True, but you don't really need to know much more.
That's the beauty of a horror film.
It really is. The director is Greg McLean. He did
you know him?
The Wolf Creek trilogy.
You're from that country.
And Rogue.
You friends?
No.
Oh, yeah?
Probably friends.
No, probably related.
Friends or family.
Yeah, probably like related.
The writer is Shane Armstrong. He wrote Bait. Shane Krause, who wrote Bait. And Greg McLean, who also wrote Bait. No, kidding. Greg
But he probably did.
Greg didn't write Bait, but he probably did. Or he's...
He just didn't want to put it. He's like, guys, we can't all be for bait.
The stars are Jennifer Morrison, who did Once Upon a Time.
And bait.
And How I Met Your Mother. And Kevin Bacon. Who's that? Do you know?
I don't know.
And Lucy Fry.
Oh, yeah, that was the lady we were looking at earlier. Right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's how I had that link.
Yeah.
Have you seen any Greg McLean films?
No.
No, really.
What do you mean? As in the Wolf Creek ones?
The Wolf Creek films or the TV show?
No, I auditioned for the Wolf Creek 2.
Really?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I had a mate that was in it. Yeah. Lady friend of
mine.
Yeah, no, I've seen Wolf Creek 1 and I didn't know none of the others.
Yeah, I haven't seen the others. I liked Wolf Creek 1 at the time. I feel now time has changed and it's probably not as good as it used to be, but it was good at the time it came out. It was quite aggressive. I actually like Rogue. It's a crocodile horror film.
Crocodiles in the water.
Starring... Who's in that? I've forgotten who's in that.
Crocodile Dundee.
I always find Australian-themed thrillers a bit like, oh, all right, mate.
Well, that's probably because you're from there.
I feel that like way the stereotypes are like thick, like it's suffocatingly thick how much I don't relate to them.
Rogue has that actress that you guys have. What's her name?
Well, we've only got 3, so
I'm hoping you're going to say it and actually get it because that would be beautiful.
Nicole Kidman.
No. Melissa George.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's one of ours.
She's in it. Yeah. And that dude who's in Alias. Anyone remember Alias, the TV show?
Yes.
We were just talking about Alias.
But I don't know.
You remember her handler, Vaughn?
But he's French.
Is he French?
Yeah.
He's in this.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
well, no,
he's
not in this.
He's
in
French American.
He's
Because I heard him. What?
He's a good-looking man.
Oh.
No,
Eh.
doesn't do it for you.
He's okay.
He had a good worried look, and I stole it from him. I remember
was
when I
your
was
worried
really
look?
into Alias, I just started like he's always constantly like worried with his eyebrows. I was like, I need to look more worried with my eyebrows.
Like
so I
this,
just started doing
I
that.
just heard him speak French, and I'm like, that guy's French. So I looked him up, and that's
He
how I
was
know that.
French.
Yeah,
Interesting.
half French like me.
Anyway, let's talk about Alias instead of this, because Alias was
Very
a great. Alias was a great show.
We watched the trailer for this. Lots of dirty ghost handprints.
It's just a dirty movie. She came back from the Grand Canyon and just didn't clean well.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's basically it.
That's literally the movie.
If you like, easy. What do you call it? Those ones where the cheap shock horrors. Where it's like, oh, and you're like, oh,
Yeah, jolt scares.
yeah, jolt scares. Go see this.
It really looks like Greg McLean trying to do
spooky.
get on the bandwagon of let's do spooky ghost movies, which everyone's loving to do right now. It certainly doesn't look like one of the worst ones, which is a shame to say, but it doesn't look like one of the best ones either.
Yeah, that's true.
It just looks like serviceable spooky horror.
Spooky.
And finally, we have The Trust.
yes.
A pair of cops investigating a drug invasion stumble upon a mysterious bank vault. The directors are Alex Brewer and Benjamin Brewer. I'm assuming they're related. The writers are Benjamin Brewer and Adam Hirsch. And the stars are, wait for it, Nicolas Cage and Elijah Frodo Wood.
What is his middle
Frodo
name?
Wood.
Elijah Wood. This is probably between The Lobster and The Trust. These are the two, and probably the two that I want to see. To be honest,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, The Trust, the trailer, I don't even know. I just know it's about trying to open this door and then it goes to shit because the trailer goes.
Yeah, it
all
kind
over
of
the
had
place.
like Breaking Bad qualities to it.
And Elijah Wood just kind of doesn't make sense in that world. He's just there to be there.
Oh, I really liked him in this.
No, I mean, I like Elijah Wood, but him in that world, I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
Well, it's just him standing next to Nicolas Cage, fucking caging out of control.
Yeah, he looks like an absolute muppet with his moustache.
Does Elijah Wood have parental guidance right now? Because this seems a dangerous situation.
But no, I must admit that kind of seemed cool. But again, in the trailer, right at the end, they went with this high pitched screechy thing, which I'm like,
it's gonna be on Jesten's bespoke
It's really
car
weird.
alarm that he's gonna create.
No, that's a different one. That's like the
No,
Star
but
Wars
at the end, like people will be like, "Oh, it's a Star Wars," and then you can go, and then they'll instantly be filled with terror.
It did look pretty surreal. I couldn't tell with this film. I started off going, "Oh, this looks god awful," and I thought, actually, maybe it's kind of interesting. And then I thought this would be maybe an interesting film if Nicolas Cage wasn't in it, because that just immediately puts me off. And by the end, I was just confused. I had no idea what I felt anymore emotionally. Ellen, how did you feel about this one? One word answer.
No comment.
No, that was a 2-word answer, but we'll take it.
No. Well, yeah, I just kind of agree. I don't really know what was going on in that either. Nicolas Cage, enough said.
Yep.
You know, I'd see it.
So it'll
to,
either
like,
be brilliant or it'll be
Yeah.
god awful.
Basically, films seem to be with Nicolas Cage is like, can they find a way to allow him to be himself and utilize that to create impactful, enjoyable, weird, zany scenes, but without letting it just, be grinding against you, in too much of an obvious, overdramatic manner. So that's really, and this film at least did seem a thing of where like it's a weird playground for his craziness. So maybe.
Yeah. I think.
Maybe Elijah Wood will balance him out.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think Elijah's a good counterpart.
A good foil.
A good balance, I think.
Mm.
And
Elijah Wood hasn't been in a good film for a long time.
Yeah.
Let's just point out.
Aw.
Hey,
Oh, more
Hey.
releases. Games.
games releases.
Only
May-
a little tiny thing
Yeah,
happening.
yeah. May 10th. There's a game called Uncharted 4. Thieves.
Yep.
Thieves. It's a singular thief. Yeah.
A Thieves.
A Thief's End.
Is it today?
Woo!
It's out
Yeah.
at last. The biggest
Yeah.
game of this generation so far.
Really?
Oh, by a long way.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, by a long way.
So I have to play the Uncharted games. I haven't
Yep.
played any of them.
Oh,
I just played 2 and 3.
Okay.
Don't play 1.
No, you can play one.
No, don't play 1.
No, don't listen to him.
Don't do it.
Okay.
You will not. If you play 1 now, you will not play 2 and 3 and 4. Guarantee it.
You should play 1.
Don't
because
try
it's so bad.
No, it's not
Because
bad.
it's like
just-
16-bit or something? Or?
No. So they're all on the PS3. But Uncharted came kind of, I don't know, not at the very beginning of the PS3s, but fairly early on in the PS3
Yeah.
cycle. Uncharted 3 was right at the end. The graphically, completely different games. Like
Yeah.
look astronomically better looking by the time you get 3. Gameplay mechanic-wise, astronomically better. The only thing Uncharted 1 really had going for it was at the time it revolutionized, like we were talking about earlier off mic, cutscenes in terms of character dialogue and voice acting. It was on such a different level from every other video game out there. It made you suddenly go, holy shit, I had no idea video games could be, actually acted well and have good writing. And it changed everything because then other games couldn't get away with it as much. So everything had to kind of try and raise itself to the same bar Uncharted was at. But the gameplay in Uncharted 1 is fine. Like, it's not great. It's an alright game. Don't even pretend. But then you get to Uncharted 2 and it's fucking brilliant. And Uncharted 3 is fucking brilliant. And depending who you are, people like one of those two better than the other.
Yeah.
And neither's really the right answer. And they're both exceptional games. And this new one is phenomenal and the best looking game probably ever made.
Have you played it?
Yeah, I played a bit at E3 last year, but then I've watched all, the playthrough videos that have been coming out
Sure,
the last couple of months.
I'll have to check them out.
Holy shit. What a beautiful game.
Yeah.
Correction, I didn't play it at E3 last year. It wasn't
we
playable,
watched it.
but we watched, a
Yeah.
half,
Okay.
It was like we were
half
playing.
hour
Yeah.
played demo.
Okay. May 13th, Doom. This is another classic from when I had a 486. PS4 and Xbox One. So we all know Doom. It's basically just going to be a souped up version of Doom, right? Like a modern Doom.
Back to so Doom 3 went more spooky and more survival horror almost. Whereas it seems to have gone back to its roots. This actually seems a lot more like Quake in a weird way, particularly in the multiplayer.
Right. It's essentially run around and shoot stuff, right?
Yeah. Hyper gory.
Hypergore with your shotgun and
Yeah.
and those.
It looks like a lot of fun for about 15 minutes, and then I'd get a headache, and because I'm an old man.
Well, we did discuss how you feel about Call of Duty and whatnot.
That's too loud. How do you do it, Ellen? It's so loud. It's all the rat-a-tatters.
Yeah.
I have 10-year-old boys just shouting
I
abuse
know.
at me.
I could have been one of them.
You could have been one of them.
Yeah,
and
well,
you're a girl, and I wouldn't have expected it, so I would have thought you were just a 10-year-old boy.
I know. I tell people I am.
I don't believe you.
No. Some people did. Other
Oh,
people
man.
just told me I was fat and ugly and then sent me their phone number on Xbox Live.
What?
Regardless of
What? Is that when they thought you were a 10-year-old
No,
boy?
No. When they realized I was a girl, they were like, "You're a girl on Call of Duty. Like, you're actually good. You're probably fat and ugly." And then
Here's my number.
here's my number.
Now that the flooding's out of the way.
yeah. Now,
Let's get back to business.
now the foreplay's done. Here's my number.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it makes for an amusing anecdote. So
Oh, I was amused.
And then finally, Blu-ray and DVD. We've got May 10th, Deadpool.
Yeah.
And then we have The Boy,
Yeah.
Mustang,
Oh, yeah.
and Where to Invade Next.
So, Deadpool, everyone knows, great. It's coming out in 4K.
Haven't
so
seen it.
if you want an Ultra HD 4K version, that's one of the few films.
Already got one.
Are you going to get it?
I've got, it's coming tomorrow.
Oh, great.
The Boy,
Your big screen.
horror film. Don't know much about it. Mustang, really good French film. That was one of my favorite films
Yeah,
last
you
year.
showed me the trailer. It looks great.
Really lovely film.
What is it?
It's a film about a family of young girls, and they're all coming of age, becoming sexually awakened, and then their father kind of decides to lock that shit down. Bars on windows.
Quite literally, right?
Yeah,
Wait,
bars on windows, like long dresses, and
Starts marrying them off.
yeah, it's a really good film.
Oh.
Where to Invade Next is the new Michael Moore film, which I'm really excited to see. Even though I find him very annoying, I love what he's doing.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that one.
Cool.
So if we had to pick one film out this week, I would pick The Lobster, but I've already seen it, so I'll probably see Money Monster, I guess.
Really?
Really?
Out of those.
That's your pick
Not
out of
The
those.
Trust.
Yeah, I know what that
You want to
is.
see
Oh,
The
yeah.
Trust.
I guarantee Money Monster will be a better film than The Trust. But yeah.
I'll put $10 on it. Chris Pratt.
I mean,
$10.
Let's put money on subjectivism.
Yeah.
shall we?
No, well, we'll look at Metacritic. We'll look at all the other things.
Which will be rated better on IMDb? Should we do it by that? But this time next week, which one's got the better IMDb
Yours
rating?
will. Fuck. Yours will.
Yeah.
No, dude. We can go to a bunch of internet cafes. And we could write a lot of reviews.
So you would see The Trust.
I would see, because I've seen The Lobster,
Yep.
I would see The Trust or A Bigger Splash.
Okay. Justin?
I would see The Lobster because I haven't seen The Lobster.
Ellen?
I'd see The Lobster.
Good choices. You're very correct in your choices.
But I mean, I really, really want to see The Darkness, so I'm probably gonna say just kidding. No, I don't.
I'll be honest, I'd see any of these movies this week, probably, at a push. And I'm definitely going to be playing Uncharted 4 tonight. And if I had to buy a Blu-ray, I would suggest... I mean, Mustang's the best film out of those that I've seen. But that's mine.
Wait, which one's the Elijah Wood one?
The Trust.
Oh, yeah, I'd see The Trust.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, I have to know how that turns out.
Well, you let us know.
I will.
You come back. You let us know how that worked out. It's box office time. So... this is where we go through the top 20 films in North America in the box office this week. Gonna rattle through them. You ready?
Go.
Number 20, Deadpool, still hanging in. Number 19, Miracles from Heaven. Number 18, Criminal. 17, The Meddler. 16, Green Room. 15, Hello, my name is Doris. 14, Sing Street. 13, A Hologram for the King. That's that Tom Hanks one, isn't it? Yes. 12, Eye in the Sky. 11, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2. Nate's going to be very upset. He keeps thinking he's going to climb to number 1. Sooner or later, it's going to happen. It's a grower. 10, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. 9, Ratchet and Clank, or Ratchet ampersand Clank. 8, The Boss. 7, Barbershop, The Next Cut. 6, Zootopia. 5, Keanu. Now, we have our predictions from last week. Jesten, you said Civil War at number 1, Jungle Book at number 2, Mothers and Daughters at number 3. I did Civil War, Jungle Book, and Mother's Daughter at number 3. Nate did Civil War, Jungle Book, and Mother's Day at number 3. Number 5, Keanu. Number 4, The Huntsman, Winter's War. Number 3, Mother's Day. Nope, we have Mothers and Daughters.
Oh. Oh, man!
Number 2, The Jungle Book. Number 1, of course, Civil War. Nate won.
Dang it.
Mothers and Daughters didn't even get on this list, so I feel like it didn't come out. And they just panicked and just deleted it. Because that had a huge cast.
Yeah, it didn't come out.
Mother's Day
Did it
had
come
already
out?
been out for a week and hadn't done very well. And Mothers and Daughters were meant to be coming out with
So
a big
maybe
cast.
they didn't come out.
So what the fuck's going on?
Next
So-
year.
Yeah, they just sat on it.
But we missed our opportunity.
Yeah.
Very weird. Very
Because everyone
weird.
probably got like confused. And they're like, oh, Mother's Day. We'll just see Mother's Day. And they're like, it's got a really good big cast. And they probably went, sat there and was like, this isn't the fucking
I'm not going to
movie.
lie. Those posters make me want to put a gun in my mouth.
Yeah.
They
Is that the one with Julia Roberts in the wig?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so bad.
That's one, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
So you should
Ellen.
know, Danger.
You must know.
Wait,
It's a female-orientated movie. Surely
Yeah,
everyone-
Danger, you should know
I
this.
didn't even know.
How do you not know this?
No, it just looks awful.
There are some awful posters around.
Wait, which one's the one where Julia Roberts' daughter? Not that one. That's like a murder. Never mind.
Things just got interesting.
Oh
and
no,
know what's
I don't know what
happening.
movie that was. I saw a trailer for it.
Mothers
Julia
and
Roberts,
daughters.
murder.
No.
If that's Mother's Day, I'm going.
I mean her like daughter gets murdered.
I mean, maybe Mother's Day's like, you know, remember Valentine? It's just a slasher film with Julia Roberts.
Mother's
Wait,
Day.
no,
How much do you love
You've
your
forgotten
mother?
every year.
Would you die for your own mother?
I want to see that film.
Yeah.
So before
Why
we get
don't
out
we
of
make
here,
a movie like that?
they should. Like,
just
they're
like-
running out of seasons.
Why don't we just
to
call
make
it like
horror
Mother's
movies.
Day, and it's like a movie where it's like gory, or like Father's Day, and it's like shoot 'em up movie.
Exactly.
Dad, I love you too, son. No! Now it's a revenge film. He's got to go and get the people that killed his son.
This is why you want Jesten in a pitch meeting. He will act it out.
and so one's released every Father's Day.
Yeah, yeah, it would be like Taken, but it would be Father's Day.
All right, people. we're gonna get out of here. To keep
The
this one as
producers who
short as
brought
we
you
can.
Father's Day.
But before we do, Adrian,
Yes.
we're gonna do a little tiny quiz.
Okay,
A
great.
quiz, Jesten.
Great.
Quiz.
We haven't done a quiz in ages.
Yeah, we haven't.
Ellen's now panicking. She wants to run. Lock the doors.
Oh.
Simple quiz. Don't worry. It's a real
Okay.
quick one.
I'm going to eat more donut.
So on this podcast, we used to do a quiz every single week until somehow the podcast got too bloated and too long, so we had to cut the quiz. But we'll be bringing it back when we can and when we have time. We used to do a lot of different formats because we like to play around with different types of quizzes, which was fun. Some more elaborate than others. We're going to go with one of the simple ones. Now, this one I stole from the IGN UK podcast. How they used to do it.
Cool.
You borrowed from the Ford.
It's on loan. I'm going to give it back, guys. Don't worry. So what we do is we go into IMDb. I pick 4 films, and then we look at. So in IMDb, under the films, you get keywords associated with the movies, and you can have between 70 to 200. Yep.
I hate this game.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. It's the hardest one for me to actually do because you have to get them in a good order. So I read out 8 keywords to do with the film. Now, all the films are always big films that I can almost guarantee everyone will definitely have seen and be familiar with.
Apart from me, maybe.
We'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was thinking about you today. That's what I was doing when you were here working. I was trying to get it right. I read out 8 keywords, hopefully, and it's hard for me to arrange them right. They start off so you wouldn't have no idea what the film is, and then gradually they become more and more clear of what film it might be. Mm-hmm. They're like clues.
All right, let's do it.
You can just shout out as many movies as you want, and the first person to get it gets the point.
Great.
Okay?
Yep.
You ready? First film. Here are the 8 words. I go slow, and then I'll take a break. Female warrior.
Xena.
Electra.
Biker.
Female biker. Purple Rain. No.
Video arcade.
Tron?
Mental patient.
Sucker Punch? No.
Tank Girl.
Nuclear explosion.
Fallout?
All right, so
Latte
before I go
Quattro?
any further, female warrior, biker, video arcade, mental patient, nuclear explosion.
What the?
No.
Yes, you are right.
So I was going to say, not Total Recall. What's the one with the orange hair girl from Run Lola Run?
Fifth Element.
Fifth
Fifth
Element.
Element. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
and it wasn't Franco Patente.
Oh,
Gamer.
Do you want some more words?
Yeah.
Sequel. Got 2 more words left, and they all give it away a bit more.
Yeah.
Female warrior, biker, video arcade, mental patient, nuclear explosion, sequel. It's hard for me to get these right because I can make them really hard or really easy.
Was it like Independence Day type? It's a Deep Impact kind of like we're talking like.
I can't give clues. You can just say words.
All
right, I'm gonna give one of the last 2
Sin
words.
City? No.
No.
There's no.
Shapeshifter.
it's an X-Men movie.
Female warrior, biker, video arcade, mental patient, nuclear explosion, sequel, shapeshifter.
Shapeshifter. Missed it. X-Men. First Class. No. X-Men. Any X-Men's. All the X-Men.
The last word, liquid metal.
Oh, Terminator.
Damn it. Yeah.
What?
1.
Wait, what?
Terminator 2.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Yes.
I said 2.
Terminator 2,
I said
Judgment Day. You haven't seen Terminator 2?
No.
Get out of
Oh,
this room.
dang.
That we were
Oh,
really
damn,
rubbish, by the way. We should
Well,
have
it's
got
kind of
that.
hard.
Do we both get a point?
Yeah, you can both have the point.
Yeah.
That was like
No.
he like got it at the
I
same
said
time.
2.
And
Yeah.
you said Terminator 1. You have to say the correct one.
Yeah, I know I said Terminator 2.
But I said 2.
Judgment Day.
All right, fine.
And you both got equally excited.
Fine.
Yeah. Once you said, I was like, I knew what it was, and then you said it, and then I was like, oh, but that's not the one.
Film number 2.
Okay, I'm ready.
It's a chance to get on the map.
Sexy
Alan.
Dance.
You may have not seen
Sexy
any of these
Dance.
films. I don't know you very well, so I apologize.
Step up.
Vomiting.
Van Wilder.
Oh, I'd love it if it was.
Beetlejuice.
Male bonding.
Brokeback Mountain.
The Hangover. 2. 1.
Soldier.
Oh, Brothers.
Band of Brothers.
Tinnitus.
Oh.
Whiplash. What? No.
Blood on camera lens.
Tonight is.
Saving
yes.
Private Ryan. Saving Private Ryan.
Yes. Saving
Sorry.
Private Ryan.
Sorry.
You got it from blood on camera lens.
Yeah, because there's a part
There is a
where
classic
the blood
scene,
gets
yeah.
on it. I remember.
Well played, sir. My next clues are going to be exploding tank, loss of brother, and Normandy. It's really hard to get the clues in the right order.
No, it's good.
I tell
It's
you
good.
what.
Oh man, blood on lens. That gave it away.
Two points to Jesten. One to Adrian.
Whatever.
Ellen's still waiting to get on the map. Here's your chance, Ellen. You ready?
All right.
I'm going to look at you for this one.
Uh-oh.
Film number 3. Alien.
Aliens. Independence Day. Teenage Mutant
Mars
Ninja
Attacks. Oh.
Billionaire.
Men in Black.
Oh.
Man wearing glasses.
Turtles. Slender Man.
Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
I wish that was right. I really
Dream
do.
sequence.
Mindy and
Signal?
Mork. Mork and Mindy.
Trident.
Aquaman. Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Alien, billionaire, man wearing glasses, dream sequence, Trident. Let me know when you want more.
Third encounter of the close catch the third kind.
No, I nearly did that one today, but I think we've done it before, so I didn't. I've got 3 more.
Okay.
You want them?
Yeah.
All 3 of these, I feel, will give it
just
away.
give us
I've
one
got
at a
this
time.
image of the person with the trident.
Just give
in my
one
head.
at a time. One at a time.
Go on.
Journalist.
This is Batman versus Superman.
Yes!
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, she didn't get. She
Well-
wasn't there with us.
Spoilers, there's an alien and a billionaire in there, and a dude wearing glasses.
What the fuck's a trident?
Trident's Aquaman, what he has.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey man, these are in the. I don't
I
make this
didn't
up.
know
These are in the
Aquaman was in
IMDb.
Okay.
Well, he's not.
Oh,
really. He's
who
not
got
really.
the point?
My other ones were mother-son relationship and lasso.
Yeah.
3 points. I tell you what, Jess, we're gonna take away that first point
Yeah, I think that's
You
fair.
can take it away.
because Adrian really got that one.
Yeah.
2-1 though.
Fine,
Still,
whatever. Fine.
you're
Whatever.
doing well, Justin. You're still
I'm
in the
not
lead.
bitter about this.
No, he's got 2 points. I got 2 points.
No, you got 1 point.
What?
You just got
Yeah.
Terminator 2.
Yeah, and Saving Private Ryan.
You didn't get Saving Private Ryan.
You did it.
Didn't I say,
Don't try witchcraft on me.
If you, okay, he got.
didn't I say that out loud?
No, you did not say that.
I must have said it inside.
Inside, just so we're clear. So I'm sorry, that's my fault. If I didn't make the rules clear, Alan, not allowed inside guesses, just external guesses. Okay, only ones that are said. Last film, your chance to equal it. You ready? Wig.
Mother's Day. Mothers and daughters.
Film star.
Oh.
Singing in the Rain.
I like where your mind is at, man.
Oh.
Hooker.
Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman.
It's with Natalie Portman.
Scotch whiskey.
Holy shit, it is too.
Damn it. I don't remember the name.
The Professional? No.
With the Irish guy
No, it has Jude Law in
and
it.
Jude
Oh,
Law.
I don't know this.
I don't know
And
the name.
It's called...
Can I get the point? Because I pretty much guessed it.
American Abroad.
Oh my god.
This is the name of the. Starts with a P?
Everybody does it as a scene study.
Does it start with a P? Can I at least get that if it starts with a P?
So we have wig, film star, hooker, Scotch whiskey, American Abroad. 3 more.
Notting Hill.
No.
3 weddings and a funeral.
Pachinko.
Oh, Lost in Translation.
Yes.
Ah.
Threw you guys all off.
Look at you. I was letting you all go with the closer. That's what you were
it's
looking
closer.
for.
Yeah.
Closer. I also had see-through panties and Japan.
Yeah, once you said Pachinko, I was like, wait, this wig thing, American Abroad. And I was
Yeah.
like,
You're good at this one, Justin. I don't know why you don't like it.
yeah,
Justin,
I
definitely the winner of this week's quiz. 1 more point for the year to you, Justin. Well played, sir. I'll add that to the scoreboards for next week. We're going to get it up on the chalkboard because I forget what they are.
Yeah.
So I need to go back and accumulate it and then put it up on the chalkboard. That was our podcast this week. Thank you very much for joining us. Sorry it was a
Thanks.
journey. It's always a journey.
It's always a journey.
It's part of the fun. You see some scenery, take some photos,
Yep.
tune out at points.
Yep.
When you tune back in, we're still here.
Yep.
So it's
Yeah.
fine. Again, if you're not watching us, go to YouTube, type in Weird Test Light, subscribe to our channel. It helps us out. You can watch all our other content. We've got a whole bunch of stuff coming pretty soon. I'd say in a month or so, we're going to have something up every day of the week.
every day of the week?
Potentially not Sundays, because, you know,
That's a rest
God
day.
save the rest. You can follow me on all the social medias. I'm Mr. Al White. You can also play video games with me if you like to play video games. Mr. Al White on Xbox, or Smudge without the U on the PSNs. Adrian, how
Yo.
do people poke you?
You
Digitally.
can find me on the Twitters. Fear is Adrian Auld at Adrian_Auld. Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
they play video games with you? You don't want people.
Oh,
to play.
they can. Yeah.
nice.
I think I'm Sixum.
You are.
Sixum.
We just became buddies.
Yeah, well, we did. It's cute.
Justin.
It's Radley. ITSRADLEY.
So on the Twitter, because I did a tweet to you the other day and I put in it's Radley, because our lovely friend Nooch, who uploads this podcast, he never tags you. And I asked him the other day, why didn't he tag you? And it's because he can't really find you on Twitter. I put in it's Radley.
That is me.
There was
but I
no
don't-
image or anything.
I just made it and I was like, I'm never going to use this, but I don't want anyone to have it.
Can you put up a reassuring image? It made me happy.
No.
It
But
doesn't have to
I
be
got
you.
it when you did. I was like, damn it, Al. That's literally what I did. I was like, damn it.
I
You
found
should
you.
put a donut.
I should put a donut.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. That's all we get is a donut.
Ellen. Do you care to share how people can find you on the Twitter sphere or the Instagrams or anything like that, or do you not do any of that stuff?
Sure, it's Ellen Danger all across the board.
You have, is that all across the board is one of the things as well? Is that just on all
No,
social
it's just
medias?
Ellen Danger on every
The
one
best
of
name.
those things.
The best name possible.
Danger.
Yeah, we have some cool stuff coming up, including horror retrospective. So we're going to be covering
Retrospective.
entire horror franchises, starting with Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Halloween. Is that how he talks?
Yeah,
He hasn't got a smoking problem.
Yes, that's how we talk.
No, Jason does not have a smoking problem.
Well, he probably would. I mean.
If
Now,
Wait, no, that's Freddy because he was in the fire. Sorry, I got to mix that, man.
they're going to be going up. Not sure yet. So follow our Twitter. We'll let you know when they're going up. But this Friday, the 13th, which is this Friday, we will be doing the first part of our marathon, watching the first 6 Friday the 13th movies. We're hoping to have a cool little fun tent set up. And we're either going to be twitching that out or periscoping it out. So you can watch them with us.
Periscope.
Justin's going to be with me.
I will be there.
Hopefully Adrian.
I will be there.
And Ryan Keeley's going to be joining us, which will be fun.
Ryan Gosling? Ryan Gosling.
She can pretend to be Ryan Gosling. If you
Ryan
like.
Reynolds? One of the Ryans?
All the Ryans.
Alex,
right.
Nate,
Alex and they are not joining us, no. No.
they've changed.
Alex is going to come for the Nightmare series.
Yeah,
Because he was
he's
into that one
gonna-
as a child.
Quote. He's going to
Um,
come there. Sure. Just kidding.
And then we'll see for the Halloween.
Cool.
People shift around. Thank you very much for sticking with us. We've been Geeks. And we're out.
Geeks!
Geeks!
Geeks.
That's the end. That's not the end.